Hi and welcome to Tremor Trails. My name's TJ. If you're new here, welcome. For you guys that have been around for a minute, I hope everybody's doing well. As you can tell from the truck, we have been out exploring a bunch of Moab, doing some trails that I haven't done before, and I decided that I wanted to do a kind of overlanding trail for you guys. Moab is known for being a wheeling and off-roading type of place. There are a few really cool overlanding trails, but to be realistic, there aren't as many as you would think. You may recognize the beginning of this trail, however, if you've been around for a minute. We're actually on Onion Creek, which is a blast of a trail that anybody can do in a stock format. But we have to use Onion Creek to get to Hideout Canyon, which is the featured trail today. We're gonna run up into the mountains. It's about 80 degrees today, and we're gonna get up and sleep in 40-degree weather. A lot of people, when they think Moab, they think hot, and that's not true. You can get up in the mountains really fast. So today should be a really fun video. I wanna introduce you guys to some easier kind of trails that you can get out and explore in this beautiful, beautiful place. Here's the overview, then we will jump up on the trail.
Okay, Onion Creek, Hideout Canyon Road, located in Moab, Utah. The trail itself is going to be about 23 miles. You can expect 3.5 to 4.5 hours to get this done, depending on how much you want to stop and see. What can we expect out on the trail? You're going to have some small water crossings. You're going to have a bunch of shelf roads, slick rock obstacles, minor rock gardens, some ruts and a few off-camber spots, nothing super major. The modes I used were mud and ruts 4 high and rock crawl 4 low in just a couple of spots. Highlights, there are several on this trail. Onion Creek Spires are one. We get to a beautiful rock overlook that overlooks the whole valley. Of course, the LaSalle Mountains covered in snow. And once you get to the backside, there are several different valleys that you can check out as well. Please remember that cameras have stabilizers on. The hills are not going to appear steep, and the bumps are not going to be as rough. Also, remember to review this and every trail at the end of our video. Let's go.
Wasn't that incredible? That was Onion Creek. Of course, like I mentioned, I did a video about that trail a long while back, so just a few quick things on it. We won't get too detailed into it. Essentially, as long as you have moderate clearance, you're not going to have an issue. In other words, an SUV can do it, a van can do it, but anything like a car or something, you may have a little bit of issues doing that trail. The trail itself is only about 8.4 miles to where we are standing right here. You could essentially go to the north or you can go to the south. The north is called Rose Hill Trail, which is an extreme trail. It's ranked 8 out of 10 or 7, something like that. In other words, the Tremor ain't going to make it up that one. We are going to go towards Hideout Canyon Trail. This is where the 3 trails can join together, and we're going to climb up into the mountains. It looks like we may get a little rain. We're not sure. It's kind of been raining this whole trip on and off for us. But nonetheless, the views have been spectacular out here. The colors just amaze me. So from here, we are taking off and heading up through this valley into the mountains. So let's go see what else this trail has in store for us today. So it's been about 2 hours since we left you last, and it's been really a beautiful and challenging trail all at the same time. The trail's pretty rutted out. Pretty much everywhere I've gone in the West this year, which is 2023, most of the trails are in pretty bad condition just due to the amount of rain and snow that they have got. And once again, this trail is no exception. A trail that's usually ranked pretty easy from when I was researching this trail has had some challenging sections for sure. We're doing a lot of the slick rock that you can see here that I'm standing on, but a lot of the shelf roads and mainly the switchbacks are just completely gutted out. So you're having to rock crawl up those features, being a little bit off camber, hanging off the side. It really is making for a fun day and a challenging day. I was trying to find a decent spot to stop and segue into the final section, but I just haven't found one yet, so I figured I'd stop here and talk to you guys. Incredible. How's this for a view? I apologize, the time of day it is, the sun is starting to set, and I wanted to show you the beautiful view. So I don't know if the camera's gonna be blown out or not, but this view is better than the top of the world trail, and I'm telling you, this blows it away. I can see all the way down to Onion Creek where we were 3 hours ago. This whole valley is completely opened up, and it just stair steps all the way down. I mean, just flipping incredible. I never knew this existed until we got on this trail. This is rated an easy trail, but we're doing some stuff that I would not consider easy, more moderate for sure. But anyways, I wanted to stop and show you this. This is just incredible up here. You guys need to put this one on your list. We got probably an hour and a half left of sun, and we probably got 10 to 18 miles left of this trail. We'll get to camp and then we will review. Thanks for following along so far. All right, so there you have it, Onion Creek / Hideout Canyon. That was a really fun route. We had a great time. Now we are up around probably 7,000 to 8,000 feet. We are up in the trees, pine trees. You wouldn't expect that in the Moab area, but that's what makes this place so unique. As far as the trail today, like I mentioned earlier, Onion Creek is a really fun trail if you're brand new to overlanding or off-roading, whatever you want to call it, or you just want to get out and experience, have a short taste of what it's like to drive out here in Moab. That's a really great trail to start on. Obviously, Hideout Canyon was a lot more technical for sure. You were exposed a whole lot more with shelf roads, and a lot of the slick rock was challenging in certain spots. Nothing extreme though, so if you have some experience under your belt, this is a great option for you. You could essentially go down, do a bunch of the Moab, the cliche Moab stuff, Fins and Things, Hell's Revenge, those kinds of short-lived trails. Then at the end of the day, if you wanted to get up into the canyon, you could do it. We did a total of 3 hours of trail time to get up here. And to be honest with you, I didn't hit pause a lot of the times when I was stopping to either change cameras or fly the drone or whatever. So I think you could probably get this whole trail done in about 2.5 hours. So you could plan accordingly and come up here in the evening, camp out, go back down the next day, and do some more of the lower level stuff in Moab. Of course, what we do on this channel is rate everything in a 1 to 5 scale, being fun, fear, technical, and scenery. We really had a good time doing this trail today. I look probably exhausted. I haven't shaved in like 4 days. I apologize. I left my razor at home. I'm camping, so, you know, it is what it is. Even being as tired as I am from doing a whole bunch of stuff down in Moab today and then coming up and finishing the trail here, we had a blast. It was a definite change of scenery, and I know the camera's not going to show you exactly everything that you can see on this trail. So for fun, it's going to get a solid rating of a 4. The road for the most part was not skinny. There were a few little skinny parts, but I really didn't get any kind of pinstriping whatsoever. It was all about tire placement. Coming around those switchbacks is really where it got more tight. A quick note on switchbacks: if you're in a full-size truck like I am, you always want to try and come in late to your turn so that your back end is following closer to what your front wheels are doing. Other than that, though, I don't think there was a large fear factor. However, I will give one caveat. If you're brand new to doing this kind of terrain, it's probably going to be a little stressful for you, and it may be very intimidating. I have quite a few miles under my butt now, doing a bunch of different kinds of shelf roads and being very exposed, so I don't get quite as nervous as I used to. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a fear factor for the exposure on certain things of a solid 3. That leads us into technical. This trail is rated as a easy to moderate trail according to several of the guides. I feel that that's still true. Because of all the rain and the snow that I've talked about throughout this video, the trail is a little bit more chewed up, so it's going to be a little bit more technical if you're not familiar with tire placement when it comes to slick rock. Other than that, though, there wasn't really any obstacles that I can remember that I think if you did bad tire placement, it would jump up and bite you. So it's still going to kind of be a learning trail. I think I'm going to give this trail overall, because of the exposure of the shelf roads and because of some of the slick rock, a technical rating of 3. That leads us into scenery. This trail was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Onion Creek in itself is one of the most beautiful trails in Moab, in my opinion, because you're going through this canyon that has a bunch of spires and stuff. And then to tie that in to the actual trail we did today, it made for a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous trail. I don't want to say epic because I always say epic, and so does everybody else in overlanding videos. But that second spot that I showed you was pretty dang epic. The camera's probably not going to show it, but you could see for 50 miles probably all the way down the valley. It was just absolutely incredible. And of course, where I'm coming from right now, you can look up and see way off there in the distance is the LaSalle Mountains covered in snow. This trail really had it all as far as scenery goes. There were a few sections where you were down in the trees, so I'm probably going to X a couple points off for that. But all in all, for scenery, it's going to get a 4. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please hit me up down below. I'll do my best to answer it for you. If you enjoy seeing content like this, please maybe give us a subscribe. It really helps us with getting our message out to more people that are in full-size rigs. Until next time, guys, we hope to see you out here on the trails. Bye.
Tremor Trails is proud to announce the first annual Tremor Takeover. This year we're going to be in Lake City, Colorado. We'll be doing the Alpine Loop and spending the night down in Silverton, Colorado. Stay close to the YouTube community page for more information, and more details will follow. Save the date. We hope to see you there.